Okay, ghajini or ghajini. Ghajini is the title of this. Now, for people who have never heard of this movie before, it's actually a remake. It is the Hindu remake or Bollywood remake of the same film that was originally done in the Tamil language. Most I'd say it's like watching Memento, and since this is a remake of a 2005 film, that's more of a direct remake. It takes some nods from Memento, but aside from the main character having short-term memory loss, there's very little directly in common. This movie is about a guy who has short-term memory loss, who is trying to figure out exactly, you know, who he is and what he's supposed to do because he only remembers 15 minutes in the past. The scene where the guy takes off his shirt and sees like all the tattoos on him that are written in English is a really powerful scene. You know, the guy looks fantastic in this. The problem ends up being is they keep on shifting back and forth to 2005 flashbacks, 2006 flashbacks, and then current day flashbacks. And that makes the movie take 3 hours. Because you learn about Gopala, that's the girl who's got tattooed on him. You learn about who she is, why she was killed by Ghajini, and their relationship. So this is like a love story that's about an hour and a half of the movie. And then it's a revenge story that's also probably about an hour of the movie. And there's another half an hour of students who are studying, you know, brain injury, short memory loss, and one of them trying to figure out more about who this guy is. So she's been reading the diaries, and it gets kind of complicated. The weird thing is, this is my first like official Bollywood film, and I know that they're known for having like dancing sequences and what seems like a music video in the middle of a movie. They do this in some of the most bizarre instances. You know, overall, this is a pretty good movie. I'm thinking if it were to be done for more of an American audience, you'd probably trim it down to probably about 2 hours, easily. You know, the weird sort of going back and forth where, you know, this is here's all the story leading up to where we started, and here's everything going from this story and then going from one past. That is just, you know, it feels like you're watching two movies at the same time that are constantly interspliced. You have the romance side and the revenge side. I prefer the revenge side more because, you know, they do some moments where where the main villain finally, you know, like, captures him, the guy who's doing all the killing, and what he does to him is I thought was actually pretty impressive. You know, the guy's short-term memory loss, and some of their interactions are pretty good. You know, does it rank up there with Memento? Memento worked because it was a very narrow viewpoint. It was one guy and then trying to figure out who he is. Where this is one guy and trying to figure out who he is. People reading his backstory, using the backstory to fill in the gaps of who he is without him actually finding out who he is and what he's doing throughout the process. And that's where it just gets really cumbersome. In a runtime of about 3 hours, you know, when you sit down to watch this, you're sitting down to watch a fairly long, complicated movie that is probably more suited for the Bollywood audience, but from an American point of view, this probably could have been tidied up a lot. You know, good movie, entertaining, just almost seems like needlessly complicated.